Welcome back. Our mission today is pretty clear, and it's focused right on Main Street. We're doing a deep dive into this, well, massive effort, nationally coordinated, that's really designed to make sure the whole artificial intelligence boom doesn't just stay in Silicon Valley. It's about getting it directly to, small businesses, everyday entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and it feels really necessary, doesn't it? And timely. I mean, AI development is just moving incredibly fast. But the access to, practical training, for most workers, it's lagging way behind. The sources we looked at mentioned the World Economic Forum, the Global Economics Group. They found only about half the global workforce actually has adequate access to AI training right now.
Nearly half. Wow.
Yeah. And if you think about that gap for small business owners, they're already stretched so thin, that competitive disadvantage gets huge fast.
Okay, so this effort we're talking about is trying to close that specific gap. Let's unpack this collaboration a bit.
Yeah.
It's a national partnership, right? Between Google, specifically Google.org, their philanthropic side, and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation.
Exactly. And they've put together this program called Small Business BAI sics, which is a pretty clever name, actually.
DAI 6. I like it.
And the scale here, it's definitely not small. Google.org is putting $5 million into the Chamber Foundation just for this program. And the goal, it's ambitious. They want to train 40,000 small businesses across the U.S. in the next 3 years.
40,000. That's a serious number. It shows a real investment in local economies, doesn't it?
Absolutely. A real commitment.
Now, what's interesting, too, is putting that funding into context.
Yeah.
Okay, $5 million is significant, absolutely. But it's actually part of something much bigger, right? It comes from Google.org's $75 million AI Opportunity Fund.
Yeah, that's right. And if you look at that whole $75 million fund, its aim is, huge, helping over 1 million Americans get essential AI skills. So the fact that small businesses get their own dedicated slice, that multi-million-dollar piece, it really highlights how critical they see them as being.
And who else is that larger fund targeting?
Well, it covers several groups they mention: rural and underserved workers, folks in the public sector, students, educators, nonprofits. But yeah, carving out a specific piece for small businesses, that's key. Because let's face it, they really are the engine room of the economy.
The source material we read was really clear on that point.
Yeah.
The why. Small businesses aren't just, a nice-to-have part of the market. They're called, and I'm quoting here, the lifeblood of the economy.
Mm-hmm.
They create 2/3 of all new jobs in the U.S., employ almost half the private workforce, nearly 50%. So if they fall behind technologically, you can see how the whole job market could kind of stall out.
Precisely. And the owners, they get it. They see the writing on the wall. The research we saw indicates more than half of small business owners already think AI is critical for their future success.
More than half already.
Yeah. So they recognize the need. But what they often lack is maybe the confidence or that initial training or just a practical roadmap to, get started.
Yeah.
Move beyond just knowing AI exists.
Okay, so that brings us right to the core question for, say, the entrepreneur listening to us right now. Let's forget the big numbers for a second. What's the practical difference AI makes for, the local dry cleaner or the independent accountant down the street, the small cafe owner?
Right. And the U.S. Chamber's Empowering Small Business Technology report really breaks this down into 3 clear benefits. This is where it gets super useful, I think. First one, leveling the playing field.
Okay, what does that mean, in real terms? Because usually you think deep data analysis, that's for the big companies with huge analytics departments, right?
Exactly. But this means a small business can suddenly get access to those kinds of data-driven insights that were, out of reach before. Let's take your example, maybe a local baker. Before AI, maybe they just guess how many croissants to make based on last week, right? With AI, they could potentially analyze local weather, school holidays, maybe even local events happening nearby, social media buzz, all instantly to predict demand much more accurately.
Okay, so less waste, more profit, stuff a big chain might already be doing.
Right. AI takes some of that guesswork out. It gives that small operator some of the same predictive power.
That could really shift things locally.
Definitely. Okay, second big benefit, saving time and resources. Mostly through automation. Small business owners, they wear so many hats, don't they? Automating those repetitive admin tasks, that's a total game changer.
Okay, but hang on. If I'm that owner, isn't setting up automation itself a huge hurdle? That sounds like it needs IT skills I just don't have. Are these BAI 6 courses teaching the complicated setup or just the idea?
See, that's the crucial thing this training tackles. The goal isn't to teach you coding or complex system integration. Not at all. The BAI 6 training focuses on using the AI that's already built into tools that are pretty user-friendly to begin with.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they give examples like automating payroll reminders, or maybe using AI to optimize staff schedules based on when it predicts you'll be busiest, or setting up automated but still personalized customer follow-ups. The training shows you how to use simple prompts, simple instructions to get the AI to do this stuff. It kind of bypasses that whole IT expert barrier.
Okay, that makes it sound
Huh.
immediately useful, not something you need a degree for.
Exactly.
All right, so the third benefit you mentioned, unlocking growth opportunities.
Yeah, and this is where that time you save really turns into potential revenue. AI helps you use your resources smarter. So instead of like a generic ad in the local paper, AI can help you find and target the exact customers who are most likely to buy your product or service.
More focused marketing.
Much more focus. It can also speed up customer service responses, which, builds loyalty. And if you deal with actual products, physical inventory, AI can make your supply chain way more efficient. Fewer stockouts, better cash flow.
It really does sound like it's shifting from a nice-to-have tech luxury to more of a need-to-have for staying competitive.
I think so.
And the adoption numbers you mentioned earlier really back that up, don't they? You said
Hmm.
AI used by small businesses is up 18% just compared to last year and has more than doubled since 2023.
Doubled. That rate is it's staggering. And I think it signals something really profound is happening in the market. It suggests that maybe that initial fear or skepticism about AI, it's being replaced fast by the fear of getting left behind.
Right.
The small business owner who jumped on AI last year is probably already more efficient, more competitive than the one who decided to wait. The speed up shows the market isn't really waiting around for people to get comfortable. You got to keep up.
Okay, so the training needs to be accessible, practical, easy to find to meet that demand. Let's look at how they've structured this. It's kind of a two-pronged approach, right?
Absolutely. So the main initiative is that Small Business BAI 6 partnership, the one run by the U.S. Chamber Foundation. And their whole focus, their premise, is about giving entrepreneurs confidence, making them feel comfortable using these tools right away.
And how they're delivering it seems smart, too. They're using the existing network, not building something totally new.
Correct. The core is local in-person training, which is huge, I think. It gets delivered through the foundation's gigantic network over 1,500 state and local partners, like local chambers of commerce. So it brings the training right into community centers, local hubs. You don't have to travel far or pay for some fancy tech conference.
Makes it much more accessible.
Yeah.
And what about folks who prefer learning online or can't make an in-person event?
Yeah, they've got that covered too. The Chamber has set up a dedicated digital AI learning hub. It's on their existing platform for small businesses, which is called CEO. You might know it as the Chamber's online resource hub.
Oh, right, CEO. Yeah, I've seen that.
So on CO, they have these practical training modules, expert webinars, you can even get certifications, download guides. It's all centralized there.
And what kind of actual skills are people walking away with from these BAI6 modules? Is it very specific?
Very practical, yeah. The focus is on immediate use, things like how to efficiently write marketing copy or social media posts using AI, how to organize your data, maybe inventory records, how to streamline your emails and scheduling, basically automating those repetitive admin tasks we talked about. It's all about getting practical output without needing deep technical input.
Got it. Okay, so that's the Chambers BAI6 program. Now, the other part of this is Google's own free course, right? Make AI work for you. Where do people find that one and what's its angle?
So that one's widely available. You can find it on the Grow with Google platform and also on Coursera. The big plus here is that it requires absolutely zero technical background, none. And it goes beyond just the general ideas of AI and really focuses on how to use AI within the tools you probably already use every day.
Meaning like the AI features that are already inside common applications.
Exactly that. The training shows you how to use the AI tools that are integrated right into Google Workspace. Docs, Sheets, Slides. So you learn how to use AI prompts to, say, create marketing content automatically or build a presentation with data visuals in minutes, not hours, or analyze a spreadsheet full of raw data to find quick insights, manage project tasks more effectively. You're learning how to talk to the AI that's already in your workflow.
Okay, so what approach is more community-based, local confidence building through the Chamber network?
Right, BAIs.
And the other is more self-directed, online, focused on using AI within specific Google tools you likely already have.
Yep, The Make AI Work for You course. Two pathways, same goal, getting AI skills into the hands of small businesses.
And that local piece, the community buy-in, especially from the local chambers, seems absolutely critical to actually reach that 40,000 business target.
It really is. The local chambers are the key partners on the ground. They're the ones hosting the events, sharing the digital resources, making sure this stuff actually filters down to their members. They're the ones who know the local businesses that could really use this boost.
And the sources we looked at even gave those local chambers a kind of roadmap for how to get involved, didn't they?
They did, yeah. It's basically a playbook for them. It advises chambers to connect directly with the U.S. Chamber Foundation first, get signed up for updates and materials, then leverage the free lessons that are ready to go at grow.googleeye, host their own AI education sessions for members, and importantly, collaborate with local partners, maybe like Grow with Google Coaches, to actually demonstrate the tools live, show people how it works.
Okay, so let's boil this down to the actionable steps for our listeners. If you're a small business owner listening right now, maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed but curious, where's the easiest place to start with BAI 6?
Okay, simplest entry point. Go to grow.googleeye, that's grow.o.google/AI. Explore the courses there. Or you can jump straight into that Make AI Work for You course on Coursera. And for the Chamber's specific training modules, the guides, event info, that's through the Saluco platform. You can get there via uschamber.com/co. That's uschamber.com/CRCO.
Perfect. And what if you're someone involved with a local chamber of commerce or maybe an economic development group, and you're hearing this and thinking, yeah, our members need this?
For those groups, the ones looking to actually host training sessions and become a local partner for this, the main resource is usechamberfoundation.org, or they can email the foundation directly. The address is foundation@usechamber.com. They can request the curriculum, the materials, everything they need. The whole system seems built to get these resources out quickly across the country.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, what does this really mean for the small business world going forward? This partnership feels like one of the biggest, most coordinated pushes we've seen to really democratize these essential AI skills.
I agree. It's about making sure these powerful tools aren't just for the tech giants, but truly accessible for, every single Main Street entrepreneur. It suggests that maybe the next big competitive edge won't just be about having AI, but really knowing how to use it effectively. This feels like a really foundational step for keeping the whole economy competitive long term.
Yeah. And thinking back to that stat AI adoption more than doubling among small businesses since 2023, that speed is incredible. It really hammers home that maybe hesitancy about AI is quickly turning into a real competitive necessity. We've talked about how AI offers insights and efficiencies that used to be only for the biggest companies. So here's the final thought to chew on. What are the long-term consequences for that small business, maybe your competitor down the street that decides to wait another year before even looking into something like BAI6, especially when their neighbor already started mastering these tools yesterday?